60. And does that feel right? Kind of like a 2-to-1 situation between the two of those players?
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense, but it's really just going to come down to this matchup. It looks like, as you mentioned, bait being super popular, Lucas deciding to do it right away. We talked to Lucas, Andrew and I, before the tournament, and he did say that he wants to play bait to try and force out mistakes from his opponent. And it makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of nerves on this stage. You have to defend each Goblin Barrel and each Dark Goblin, each Princess perfectly if you want to win. But look at Sub's deck, Josh.
Yeah, Sub going to be running the Royal Hogs, quick cycle. And yeah, I mean, the delivery plus the log plus, I mean, it's probably going to be Skelly's and Ice Spirit. He's going to be able to stop these barrels very quickly. But I mean, bait, once you have that Goblin Stein up on the board, the 3-card cycle, you can out-cycle the log plus the delivery. They have all these cheap cards, and you will still get barrels on the towers.
Yeah, that's a good point. If there is any deck that's going to be extremely successful, it's this Pig's deck right here with the log and the delivery. But you can see Sub shaking his head already. Maybe Lucas is right. Maybe this deck, the nerves, are going to make the big difference here. Already taking quite a few Goblin Barrel hits.
And right there, defending with the Goblin Gang as well. Earthquake on top of it, and the tower as well, getting it down to 27-74. Slight lead for Lucas so far. Skelly's to help out and start to chain quickly. But Sub going to respond very well. But it does look like a little bit of trickle damage coming in from the Doctor.
Princess on the board. You can see Lucas down a little bit of elixir, but it's not set in stone here because Sub has to respond to this Princess somehow. He goes for the delivery. Now everything's even up pretty similarly. I mean, I just don't know how Lucas wins this, though. I mean, I'm just trying to think of a way. Without that rocket, it seems very difficult.
It does seem difficult, but we always see with these cannons plus Ice Spirit or cannons plus Skellies, you can get those pro plays where they try and get the Royal Hogs plus the Earthquake on top of everything, but then you push it right there. Not going to push, but just going to defend with the Doctor plus Skellies, taking 500 damage, but overall, pretty clean defense, I would say.
Delivery dropping down, cleaning up the Goblin Barrel. Queen and Goblin Stein still on the board, but the Goblin Stein goes down. That means Sub has 3-card cycle. He goes to the log to try and cycle back the log quickly, but Evil Barrel coming in, getting solid damage, and the Queen gets taken out as well.
And right here, we finally see the Evo Skellies against Evo Skellies, both of them just gonna kind of, I mean, really, it's a neutral situation right there. And Sub, I really like what he was trying to do, trying to go the delivery on top of the Princess. Lucas, too smart for that, not gonna Princess at the bridge once again. I mean, until now,
yeah.
He knows Lucas loves these bridge princesses.
Log should be back in cycle for this barrel. And once again, the Queen is gonna survive here. Sub is definitely gonna go for some piggies soon to make use of that 3-card cycle, maybe a pre-Earthquake on the cannon as well. There's the pre-Earthquake, but Lucas knows that the pre-Earthquake is coming. He predicts the prediction, if you will, and stop the pigs. But look at the Queen left side.
Archer Queen getting shot after shot, getting the tower down to 20-36. Both towers for Lucas taking a beating, but I mean, it's still a very close game. Dark Goblin outside of the range of the Crown Tower, so going to be able to take out the cannon entirely. And Archer Queen at the bridge, I mean, this is going to put in a ton of work right here.
Delivery on one side, log on the other. Evo Skellies get taken out immediately, and the Goblin Sign ability is doing massive damage for Lucas.
Right there, completely flipping the energy of the arena, getting the tower down to 1502, Ice Spirit plus Earthquake. And I mean, Sub is recognizing my opponent has no spell, has no big spell whatsoever. If I defend cleanly, I should be able to win. It's just gonna be whether or not Lucas is going to force out errors from his opponent.
This is fascinating. Full defense, no pigs at all. Can he have the perfect defense? That is the question. Will he be able to stop the bait spam? Evo Goblin Barrel inbound. Skelly's one side, log the other. Decent damage defense.
And right there, Princess plus Dark Goblin. Dark Goblin does stay alive, not hit by the Royal Delivery. Log on defense from Sub. Any of the Goblin Gang picked up. 2 of the Spirit Goblins still alive. Princess at the bridge. 14 seconds left. Lucas needs to figure out something quickly.
Dark Goblin at the bridge. Goblin Barrel's here. Log
look at the Dark Goblin!
The Dark Goblin versus Earthquake.
11-28, 12-12. The Dark Goblin did it! Earthquake coming in!
Oh!
Left in! Lucas gets it!
takedown at the last second. And Lucas winning by 30 HP. Oh my gosh, he's done it.
It's all.
And Sub in the third situation. This is the third time now that he has lost the first game of a best of 3. The question is, can he do it again? Can he reverse sweep and get a couple more wins to secure himself a continuation in this World Finals?
Lucas cycling the zap, plus the minor sub going with the Skeleton Dragons so far throughout this tournament. As soon as you see the Skeleton Dragons, as soon as you see the cage, you figure it's probably going to be Lava. Lucas on the other side. I mean, is it Loon? We see a chuckle, we see a smile. Is this exactly what Lucas was hoping for?
I think it might be. It looks like he's playing.
Is he pumped?
I think he's playing Pompeo Balloon. I saw him on his Royal API. He likes to use it. And he has the Inferno Dragon for the Lava Hound. That's why Lucas is smiling here. This is a Pompeo Loon versus a Lava Balloon, I believe. This is a very fascinating matchup.
Pompeo in the crowd. Let's see if you can make him proud. Gob Cage on defense for Sub, going to be able to easily kite the balloon. But because of the left tower targeting that Inferno Dragon for even just a second, that's going to apply a bunch of pressure, and arrows forced out from Sub.
Ice Golem with the bridge in front of the Mega Minion just to tank a little bit, try and force out some sort of response. Miner's well to tank for the Mega Minion, just a little bit of a push, but it does require a hefty response. I like how Lucas just took advantage of this opportunity because he knows that Lava is not built for those cheap defenses, forcing out lots of elixir from Sub and getting good damage.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Golem basically becomes that kind of like third win condition because you're always forcing out either the bomber or the guards. Otherwise, it's going to chip away at the tower, get 400 HP worth of damage. And Lucas's defenses are always going to be relatively easy. The Inferno Dragon is going to clean up the lavas. It's just whether or not he can defend before Sub gets those lightnings out. And no, it's going to be Fireball, and that's a value Fireball catching the Mega Minion.
A really good Fireball and not the best zap from Lucas there, dropping on almost nothing. I think he was trying to time it to zap all the lava pups, but he was not expecting that Fireball to reset his Inferno Dragon, and it just changed up everything.
And right there, Lucas probably going to set himself up with the Ice Golem in front. No Ice Golem Miner in the back. Hopefully, instead, just going in with the Fireball. Evo Zap going to come down, but didn't catch the Bomber on the first electrocution, so that Bomber stays alive.
This balloon, the balloon will not connect. Arrows do come down, but it does get death damage. And sometimes that's what Pompeo Balloon is all about. Sometimes you're just continually cycling those balloons, getting that death damage, and resetting for the defense.
Cycling the Inferno Dragon, you want them on the board. It's not always just Inferno Dragon on top of the lava. You're just trying to get as many of them up as you can. Sub responding with his own Inferno Dragon right there. Guards to protect it. And the Inferno Dragon for Sub locks onto the balloon. So far, it's a good defense, but he still needs more.
Yeah, and this is what I mean. Lava Hound is not built for these defenses. A lot of the time, you want to go for a dual lane or opposite lane pressure and tower trade, but that's not something that is an opportunity in overtime.
Yeah, and Sub making mistakes after mistakes. Lucas already clapping his hands. He thinks this game is over. The Miner takes out the Bomber entirely. Good game coming out from Sub. Lucas with the 2-0.
Oh my God.